Human life is at risk around the world, and people are under threat at every stage. The preborn child is under threat of abortion, the newborn of abandonment, the school child of being trafficked, the teenager of prostitution, the married person of spousal abuse, and the elderly of neglect. Human beings are made in the image of God, which means that every time a person falls victim to another, the image of God is diminished. This assault on God and on the sacredness of His creation has its roots in the womb, where the most innocent lives are ended through abortion. This is before they even draw their first breath. At Life International, our mission in response is to multiply healthy, Christ-centered, life-giving ministries wherever abortion exists around the world. So, what does a life-giving ministry look like? Creating a life-giving culture is about reflecting the image of Christ and being Jesus to the world as He leads each of us uniquely in our communities. The goal of life-giving ministry is transformation, which is made possible through Christ's work on the cross. In Zambia, Edward and Barbara Mwanza and their ministry Silent Voices are an excellent example of what it looks like to imitate Jesus in their community in a holistic, life-giving way. Edward and Barbara and their church in Kitwe began with the need for a pregnancy resource center in their city, offering pregnancy testing, post-abortion workshops, abstinence training, and later ultrasounds. But as Barbara and her staff began counseling pregnant women, she learned that many of them were living on the street.
I'm Sarah Samonga. I'm 16 years old. When I came here, I was only 15 years old, and both my parents are dead. My background is not very good. I was even sleeping in the streets, and it was not good for me. I even started doing prostitution because I thought that it was the only way to help me to go back to school, but now I thank God for my mom, Barbara Mwanza. I thank God that I'm alive. I'm just fit. I'm having a good shelter. I'm even going to school.
Sarah is one of many girls who were pregnant and on the streets, but were rescued thanks to a maternity home that Edward and Barbara established. Here, they have a chance to finish school and learn a trade so they can support their families.
And from that home, we've been privileged to share the love of Christ, because the Lord shared His love with me, and then I had also to transfer the love to others. And also, during the same time we've been working at Silent Voices, we didn't only see the need for the women, we also saw the need for the boys, because the same way the girls has been on the streets, it is the same way the boys has been on the streets as well.
The Boys Ranch was established in answer to a growing number of boys living on the streets. Football or soccer games gave a way to get to know the boys, who are then presented with the gospel and also an invitation to live in the home. Edward and Barbara also established an orphanage. They rescue children who have lost their parents, many to HIV/AIDS, or whose parents are not able to take care of them, and a feeding program for children who still live with their family, but due to poverty, They do not get an adequate nutrition on a daily basis.
Yes, we could save their babies, but at least they will need something to eat. And that's how we came up with that project. And we've been feeding our children from Monday up to Friday. At least they have 2 meals per day, breakfast and lunch.
So, what does a life-giving ministry look like? In Kitwe, it looks like a pregnancy resource center, abstinence training in the schools, an orphanage, a feeding program, a boys' ranch, and a maternity home. However, it could look different in Sydney, Australia, or Sao Paulo, Brazil. This holistic organization in Kitwe, Zambia, is a wonderful model of a wide range of life-giving ministry components that reflect the image of Christ and create a culture of life. Partnering with national leaders like Edward and Barbara is our goal, and it's our privilege at Life International. As Silent Voices is ministering in their community and multiplying by training others in their nation and across Africa, we are seeing the restoration of a value for the sanctity of human life. We are seeing lives saved and transformed, and the image of God rightly revered.